Dear viewers, today I am honored to introduce you to a person who is a legend and has been my mentor both in my personal and professional life. I am talking about Professor Aslam Ilahi, who is my brother-in-law, married to my elder sister, Dr. Arifai Ilahi, board-certified anesthesiologist. And that is not only, he is the son of a very legendary doctor and past principal of King Edward Medical College, Colonel Ilahi, who has the distinct honor of being the personal physician of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He has 6 brothers and 1 sister. His elder brother is Humayun Ilahi, who worked as a civil servant, married to Naseem Khattak, daughter of politician Aslam Khattak, who served as a governor of Northwest Frontier, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Also his other brother, Professor Arif Ilahi, who served as cardiologist at King Edward Medical College and was a sports lover. He mastered tennis, won many championships in Pakistan, and also played at Wimbledon. His younger brother is Moazzam Ilahi, who is a neurologist in Chicago, and Abid Ilahi, who studied at MIT and then was a successful business person in Boston. His youngest brother is Nasir Ilahi, who is a psychologist and practices in New York. Dr. Aslam Ilahi has only one sister, Shahida Ilahi, who is in real estate. Professor Aslam Ilahi has the distinct honor of working with my father, who was a surgeon at West Surgical Ward and also the principal of King Edward Medical College. And both my father, Professor Asaf Qadeer, and Dr. Aslam Ilahi's father, Colonel Ilahi, was close friends and worked together for a long time. We are honored today that Professor Aslam Ilahi is here with me, and we're going to talk to him in detail about his life and his legacy and Ilahi and Qadeer family. We are honored and we are fortunate that Professor Aslam Ilahi is here in our studio. Welcome to Ankahi TV, a channel which brings those information which are not known to other people. Welcome, Dr. Aslam Ilahi. It is a great honor for you to be here. And we'll start from your childhood, your early childhood, and about your family. Could you share to our viewers your childhood, your background of your family?
So I was starting from the very beginning.
Yes.
I was conceived in 1936.
Wow.
And at that time, my father and mother were in Oxford.
I see.
And my father has gone there for a PhD.
I see.
He already had MD, MRCP. So when he went for the PhD, they said, oh, what can we do more for you? You already got all the
degrees. Yeah.
So he said no, he wanted to do research in vitamins.
Vitamins.
So he was going to do research on vitamin. But then and he brought my eldest brother Humayun with him.
Right.
Left my number 2 brother Arif with my Nani.
Right.
In Delhi. Mm-hmm. Because he was too small to be brought to England.
Right.
So, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, my mother got pregnant with me, and we were still in Oxford.
Right.
And so, now the question was, what would happen about where am I to be born
Right.
in Oxford or go back to Pakistan, India in those days,
Right.
Delhi.
Delhi.
So my mother refused to stay in Oxford
Yes.
and have the delivery over there. She said, no, I must go to my mother.
Right.
And so he said, all right. My father said, all right. So he discontinued his studies for the PhD. And as they were coming in the ship down to, which was going to India,
Right.
so he met another doctor.
Right.
And the other doctor said, don't you know there is a job of a professor at King Edward Medical College, Lahore?
Yes.
What are you doing in this ship? So he said, oh, I didn't know that. So, but as soon as I get to, India, I'll take care of it. I'll have to go and meet the Viceroy, and he would be in Simla at that time. The British used to have their summer months in Simla.
Simla.
So as soon as the ship landed in Bombay, my father took me to, and my mother, not me personally, but my
Right.
mother,
Your family went there.
my family, we went to Delhi.
Delhi.
And my father said to my mother, you stay here with your mother while I go and talk to the Viceroy
Right.
or whoever about this job, because a job of a professor of a medical college in India was a very rare job.
Rare job.
So you had to be very careful that nobody got there before him.
Right.
So he left me in my mother's stomach, so to say,
Yeah.
and went to Simla, and he met the Viceroy over there, or his number 2 man,
Right.
and said, I've come from England, and these are my qualifications, and there is this vacancy at Lahore, King Edward Medical College.
Right.
And he said, oh, you looked at his qualification, said, you are qualified. So we will appoint you over there. So my father was very happy. He got his appointment. And then he went to Delhi, which was where my mother was with her mother. And so I was born when he wasn't there. So, but I was born with a very dark complexion.
No, but Dr. Aslam, you became the catalyst for your father
Right.
coming back because your mom wanted to come back to India.
Right.
And a friend tells your father there is a job in King Edward, and then rest is the history. Right. So you were born in Lahore then?
I was born in Delhi.
Delhi, I see. You were born in Delhi.
But then when my father came
Right.
from Simla, where was it now?
Shimla in India.
Yeah, Simla in India. That's where the British government used to go for summer vacation.
Right.
So my father, they brought I was born, and they brought this dark-looking child. And my father said, are you joking with me? He said, you have brought a servant's son.
Right.
That's not my son. And my mother got very angry at that.
He must have said it because your mother had a very fair
A
complexion.
very fair complexion.
And
yes.
I think your complexion was a little more towards your father
Right.
rather than your
right,
mom.
Right. So finally, my mother was very upset. But finally, he agreed, okay, yes, okay, all right, this is my son.
Right,
So accepted me as his son.
right.
But as a result of that, he became the youngest professor in the medical field in India ever
Ever.
at the age of 32.
32. Wow.
So,
Dr. Ilahi, you have a very legendary family background.
Yeah.
Your father's background and especially your mother's background.
right.
Can you share with our audience about your great-grandfather, maternal and paternal,
Okay.
to give it some idea about your background of your entirety of your family?
Yes. Now, my father was born in a village in Jalandhar
Jalandhar.
at the age of 17
Yes,
when he had passed the local school.
right.
He always wanted to be a doctor.
I see.
So he said, I want to be a doctor. So my grandfather said, okay, then go to the medical school. There's one in Lahore.
Right.
He said, no, I don't want to go to the medical school in Lahore. I want to go to medical school in England.
In England.
So England, they said, so he said, okay, England is far away.
Right.
So he said, doesn't matter. And it's expensive.
Right.
So my grandfather said, I can't afford to send you to England
Right.
just because you say you want to become a doctor. Then my grandfather's older brother,
Yes.
he was very fond of my father
Right.
because my father was very bright student,
Right.
and their family was proud of him.
Right.
So he said, no, I'll pay for the expense. So at the age of 17, he gave some money to my father, and my father went to England. So first he had to go to Bombay and get a ship from Bombay.
Right.
And in that ship, they went to England.
England.
Now, my father was very athletic, and so the ships used to take three weeks to get to England.
Yes.
So while in the ship, he got to learn how to dance,
Right.
and he was very athletic. And so there was a championship, and he won the trophy in the ship in how to dance.
How to dance.
So, and
Your
then
father
when
had set a goal to go to England. He always had high standard to reach to the best institution.
Yeah, best.
Do you know the name of the medical college he went in England?
Yeah, I went to Guy's Hospital.
Guy's Hospital. Well known.
He applied for Guy's Hospital.
Right.
So when Guy's Hospital looked at his qualifications, they said, we're sorry, we cannot admit you here because you only have a matriculation from Punjab University.
Right.
And we do not take the students from Punjab University. So you'll have to do from the London University. So my father said, okay, all right, I'll do it.
Right.
Then he had to study for about a year to get the London metric.
Right.
And once he got the London metric, he got admission into Guy's Hospital. And over there, he made friends. And there were a lot of friends. And many of them became very famous surgeons
Right.
and physicians later on.
Right.
One of them, by the way, came to India and was appointed surgeon to the Viceroy.
Right.
And he was his class fellow.
I see.
So whenever the Viceroy needed a second opinion, he said, I've got one fellow
For a second opinion.
for a second opinion. So my father would go and see the Viceroy
Right.
at that time because of his friend.
Yeah.
His friend was very impressed with him, you know.
Right.
So, anyway, so then he got the, the orders to join King Edward Medical College, Lahore, as a professor.
Right.
And in those days, they didn't make Indians professors.
Right.
Unless you went to the Indian Medical Service,
Right.
which was like the ICS.
I see. Yes.
And for that, you had to have foreign qualifications and be more than the average Indian in those days.
Right.
So when my father came, he found many of the people in King Edward Medical College who were still lecturers,
Right.
and and they were due to retire as lecturer,
Wow. Not professors.
not professor. They were never. And here my father goes at 32 and becomes a professor in King Edward.
Yeah. But surely he was educated in Guy's.
Guys,
He did MRCP, which is
and
the British
MD and
degree.
MRCP both.
Both. So by that standard in those days, that was very high
Very high
qualification.
quality. There were not too many MD, MRCPs in whole of India.
India at that time. Yeah.
Maybe 4 or 5.
Right.
So
Dr. Lai, tell me, where did you get your primary education in Lahore?
in Lahore, we were at. We used to live in my father got a government allotted house in GOR, which was right in front of Itchen College,
Right.
across the road from Itchen College. And he said, I want to. Itchen College had the reputation
Right.
that only the Nawabs and their children could come there,
Could come there,
for
right.
education. So it was not known for education.
Right.
But they found out my father found out that their school, St. Anthony's, which was about an hour and a half away.
Right.
And so he said, no, I'd rather send you there.
St. Anthony House.
St. Anthony,
A lot of people went to St. Anthony. That was a famous school,
famous school in Lahore.
Right. And after your primary education, when did you start aspiring that you wanted to be a doctor? Or was it that father said you got to be a doctor?
You got to be a doctor. No, it's that what happened was that for a few weeks, there was, they were looking for an accommodation.
Right.
My father didn't have a house
Right.
to stay in. So one of his friends, Dr. Mirajkar,
Right.
Mirajkar, he was a famous surgeon
Right.
of Lahore,
Right.
well known, famous for his patented operation called buttonhole appendectomy.
Buttonhole appendectomy. Small hole, doing surgery in a very small hole.
Through a very small hole.
Yeah.
So the Maharajas and Maharanis, used to insist when their wives got appendicitis to call Maharaja.
Because of small scar.
Small scar.
Right.
So he was called.
Right.
And he was a very shrewd man.
Right.
So after the surgery was done,
Yes.
and the Maharaja asked him, Dr. Mirajkar, what can we give you? What's your fee?
Right.
So he said, oh, no. I don't take fees from people like you. You're nice people. I don't want to take any money.
Money from you.
But if you insist, you can give me a car.
Give me a car.
So he said, which car? I've got hundreds of cars. And so he said, okay, let me go to your garage
And
and
pick
see
one.
what kind of cars you have. And there was one Mercedes sports car
Yes.
in red color,
Red color.
convertible.
Convertible.
So Miraja said, Acha Baba, if you have to give me something, give me that
Give
car.
me this car. That's quite a payback for appendectomy, buttonhole appendectomy. He would have given him. I don't think there was no brainer for him, for a Maharaja.
Maharaja,
Yeah.
he could afford to.
He could afford to.
So now there were not too many
Right.
cars like that in Pakistan, in India those days. So this was an unusual car, and but the Maharaja,
Yeah.
having promised like that,
Right.
he couldn't go back.
Go
on his
back.
promise. So we stayed with Marajkar for 2 weeks.
Right.
I was 9 years old. My elder brother Arif was 8 years old. Humayun was 9, 10 years old. And so my father said, now look, whoever becomes a surgeon can get a car like this.
That was a big incentive for
Big
you.
incentive. So I said to myself, oh, I must have that car or something like that. But what to do about my 2 older brothers?
Right.
So I must talk to them first.
Right.
So I talked to Humayun. And Humayun wasn't interested in medicine.
Right.
And he knew he'll have to work hard, study hard. He wanted easy life.
Easy life.
So he told my father, no, I don't want to become a doctor. The next one was Arif. So Arif said, yes, I want to become a doctor. So there was Arif and there was me.
Right.
So now I had to convince Arif not to become a surgeon because I would be competing against him all the time.
Right. Right.
So I told him, what do you think? You want to become a surgeon? Or he said, no, there's too much hard work. I want to take it easy. I'll just become a regular doctor.
Regular doctor.
So I said, okay, now don't go back on your word. So at the age of 9,
9.
I had convinced him
He should be a physician.
he should be a physician.
Right. Right.
And
Not a surgeon.
So then at the age of 9, I knew I wanted to be a
surgeon.
doctor and a surgeon at the same time. So that's when I got
Right.
the
That's a very early thought process, and you did do that.
Yeah,
And you did join King Edward Medical College.
yes.
Tell me your time spent at King Edward Medical College.
King Edward Medical College, went to England and got my FRCS from London, and I came back to Lahore, and I was only 24 at that time.
Right.
And there were nobody in Pakistan who was that young or had FRCS from England. And even the FRCS, they wouldn't give FRCS to somebody as young as me.
Right.
So they told me, listen, you have passed the exam, but you'll have to wait 1 year, because our rules are that you cannot get the diploma unless you are 25.
25.
So I said, all right. In the meantime, my father died, and my mother said, come on over to Lahore. You have to take care of your younger brothers and sister. So I said, I came to Lahore, and I didn't have the certificate to show that I have passed the FRCS. So they said, don't worry, we'll mail it to you and you will get it in Lahore.
Right.
So I went to Lahore and went to the Public Service Commission for the interview.
Right.
And they said, oh, we just got a letter from England
Right.
that you have passed the examination and you have the FRCS.
Yeah.
So I competed and I got the first position.
Very good. But you, Dr. Ilahi, you have been a topper all your life. Your whole career in the King Edward Medical, you were the best graduate of King Edward Medical College.
Yes.
And you have the distinct honor of working with my father.
Yes.
Who was also principal at King Edward, Professor Asaf Qadeer, in West Surgical Ward. Do you have recollection of working there as a house surgeon for my father?
Yeah.
And tell us what was life like that at that time.
Right. Now, there were 3 surgeons there at that time. Amiruddin, Riaz Qadeer, and Sardar Ali Sheikh. And Amiruddin was the senior most surgeon. And number 2 was Riaz Qadeer, who was number 2. And then there was Sardar Ali Sheikh. So when the time came for me to join the
house job,
so I applied for Riaz Qadeer. And everybody was surprised. They said, you don't want to go to Amiruddin? He's the number 1 professor. I said, no, I don't want to go there. I want to work with Riaz Qadeer.
Right.
And they said, why? And I said, because he gives opportunity to teach, the house surgeons, the young people. So I said I knew that I will get a lot of work over there. So so there was another fellow who wanted to become first position with medical thing.
Right.
Ijaz Hasan.
Right.
And Ijaz Hasan, when he found out that I'm not applying for Amiruddin's house job, he said, oh, really? Aslam is not doing that. Let me apply. So he applied and he became house surgeon to Dr. Amiruddin.
Right.
And I was house surgeon for Dr. Riaz Qadeer. So when we used to go there, you see, the thing about him was Dr. Asaf Qadeer would expect his house surgeon to think ahead and be prepared for the next step. So sometimes he would say, "Wo do,"
Vodo.
and people couldn't understand what is wo. But if you follow him, work for a little while, you know what woe means. It meant that scalpel or that instrument or that something. So I would always give him the woe.
Right. Woe means that while doing surgery, performing a surgeon, when a surgeon performs surgery, he is more concentrated what he is doing.
Right.
And he asks that what instrument he needs. And Professor Asaf Qadeer would say, "Wo do," and Professor Aslam knew what was wo.
Right.
You're right.
So sometimes he would be so kind to me. I think he appreciated my work and etc. He would let me do the operation. So once he was trying to take out a prostate gland, and his finger couldn't reach the thing. So he asked me, "Aslam, can you put your finger and take out this prostate gland?" I said, "Yes, I can." And I did. And so he was very happy
Right.
with me and said, so I was very happy with him.
Well, with your joining the King Edward Medical College, you joined as professor of surgery, South Surgical Ward. And that brings me of coming to join you as a house staff and later as a registrar.
Yeah.
And you became a teacher for me as my father became a teacher to you, sir.
Yeah.
It looks like it's all teaching in the family.
Right. So with you, the first time you came to me, and there was I had to open up an abdomen.
Right.
And the surgeon stands on one side, on the right side, and the assistant stands on the left side.
Right.
So I gave you a knife, and I said, you stand on the right side, and I'll stand on the left side,
Right.
and I will see what you're doing. If you're not doing anything right, I will tell you you're not. And I was so surprised that I told you to make an incision and you made a straight incision. I was so impressed by you.
Yeah.
And so I think after that, once you get the
Right.
knife in your hand and you are working on a human body, it's such a thrilling thing, a good thing for your ego.
Right.
So I said, now this fellow can't run away. He'll have to go into surgery.
Right. I did go to surgery. And, it is ironic that surgery became a big passion for me, and I stayed in Mayo Hospital for 10 years performing surgery. Professor Aslam, one of the things is that a burden you share and a burden I share, to be son of a legends. Like my father was legend in his own way in surgery. Your father was a legend both in medicine, but especially his role as the personal physician of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, father of the nation.
Right.
And I know Fatma Jinnah has been coming to your home, meeting your father, your mother, and to the family. And I know that your father must have shared a lot of information regarding the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Yes.
Could you share us some conversation that your mother had or your father had or the family had about Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah?
Well, you see, when my father went to see Quaid-e-Azam, he was so weak, he couldn't talk and complete a sentence.
Right.
And but he said in the beginning, he told a story that, he's seen doctors in England and Europe, and they say your problem is your stomach.
Right.
And if we can cure your stomach, you will be all right.
So Qadir Azam felt that his problem was stomach problem.
Right. And my father looked at him and said, Sir, I don't agree with you. Because while you are talking, you can't complete a sentence. So that means your problem is with your lungs.
Right.
So he said, Qadir Azam was he would not listen to anybody disagreeing with him.
Right.
But my father said, yes, what's the harm? Let's look at your lungs also.
Right.
And everything had to be kept secret because, if people had known that Qaid Azam had anything else wrong with him, it would be bad for his political career and for the country.
Right.
So we had to get X-rays. And there was a Dr. Alam, who was a radiologist in Lahore.
Right.
And he had a portable X-ray machine. And then there were Drs. Ghulam Muhammad, who was a
Pathologist.
clinical pathologist. He was also in Lahore. So my father sent telegrams to both of them to come on over. And when they came, he said, look at him, do his blood test, etc. And his sputum test.
Right.
When they did that, they found his lungs were full of tuberculous bacillus.
Right.
And the X-rays showed his lungs were being eaten away with tuberculosis.
Right.
So the diagnosis was very simple. It had to be kept secret
Right.
while treating the Qaid Azam.
Right.
So at that time, up till that time, there was no treatment for tuberculosis. However, at that time, recently, in America, they had discovered streptomycin,
Right.
which could be given by injection.
Right.
And that was a wonder drug. So my father had it brought over from America and given to
Qaid Azam.
Qaid Azam. And the Qaid Azam responded remarkably. And everybody was so happy. All of a sudden, he got his appetite back. And he who could not get out of his bed could get out of his bed and start walking. The first day, 1 step, and then the next day, 2 steps, and finally it come to 6 steps a day.
Right.
And then there was a visit from Liaquat Ali,
Right.
who was the Prime Minister.
Right.
And he went and he talked to the Qaid. He asked my father, can I talk to the Mr. Jinnah? And he said, sure, you can. You are the Prime Minister. You can. He said, I want to talk alone. And he said, sure, you can talk alone. But when he came out of the room, he asked my father, when is this man going to die? My father said, I'm not going to tell you that. This is something I will only discuss with the family.
Right.
I can tell this to Miss Jinnah, but medical ethics say I must not discuss such a serious thing with anybody else. So Muhammad Ali, who was the chief senior, I don't know what was his position was, but he was very high up in the government. He said, Ilahi Baksh, you're a government servant. You have to answer the Prime Minister. He's asked you a question.
Right.
And my father said, I'm sorry, I can't tell him. I'll tell this to his sister, but not to him.
Not to him.
But anyway, after those people went away, my father went to see the Qaid, and he said he saw tears running down his eyes.
Right.
And he said, when you first came, I was very hopeful that I'll get better and I will resume my work. But now I don't care whether I live or die.
Right.
So he lost his will to live.
Right.
And within 6 or 8 days after that, he was dead.
Wow.
All the progress he had made
Went down.
went downhill.
Downhill. Professor Aslam, you, after being a professor at King Edward Medical College, you left to Boston to research.
Yeah.
Tell us about this research and tell us how do you migrated from Pakistan to America?
Well, I was doing a research in Boston,
Right.
and I had made contacts with the people over there. And so they said, I told them I wanted help from them for research that I could do in Pakistan.
Right.
At that time, it was the time of the Vietnam
War.
And there was a lot of interest in doing research on people with severe injuries. So they said, well, okay, we will give you the money and set up a research for you in Lahore.
Mm-hmm.
And our students from here can go and look at that work you're doing, and your students can come and look at our work that we are doing over here
Here in Boston.
in Boston.
That was a good program then.
That was a good program.
Right.
Yes. And also they would pay for the expenses and everything.
Right.
So they said, how much money do you want?
Right.
I had no idea how much money I wanted. So I said, oh, how about $150,000? It was a lot of money then.
Then.
For 3 years. So they said, okay, we will send a physician from here
Right.
who will go and see what you're doing over there.
Right.
So they sent a physician from, he was a professor of surgery at Cincinnati.
Right.
And he came and he said, I've come to see you and what kind of facilities you have.
Right.
And I said, I don't have any facilities now, but I will need money
To set up.
to set up a program. So he said, okay. So then what can I do? I said, you come with me and attend me in my work and see how I'm doing and what kind of work that I do. So if you think I deserve this scholarship, then you can tell them that. So after he studied with me for, 1 day, he said, how much did you say you wanted? I said, 150,000. He said, I think you should get more. So I said, well, if you want to give me more, give me more. So because, see, I showed him the patients that we see in Lahore.
Right.
And there were 3 or 4 cases over there. And I would say, what do you think, Professor, about this case? And he would say, well, it could be this, it could be that. And I would say, no, Professor, I think this patient has got this condition.
Right.
Second, same thing. Third thing, fourth thing. So I say, we'll find out tomorrow.
Right.
We'll do the surgery and so on and so forth. So those people, that fellow couldn't diagnose any one of those 4 correctly. And he was a big professor there
Right.
in America. And I had diagnosed them all correctly.
Right.
So after that he said, yeah, you take whatever you want. In fact, you should take more money.
More money.
So I said, okay, give me more money.
Right.
Then it took a long time before that money was allotted to me.
Right.
So then I got a letter in March
Right.
of next year
Right.
that you have been allotted this much money and the money has been sent to your government.
Right.
So go and get it
Right.
and start work. So I went to the finance department
Right.
and they told me, Dr. Zai, what money are you talking about? I said, that money that was sent to you from America for my research. So the finance secretary said, well, the money came in January and we finished it by the 15th of January.
Right.
So there is no more money for you. So I said, so how can you do that? The money was in my name. You're not allowed to do that.
Right.
So he said, we are the government. We can do anything we want. But he said, to be honest with you, next year we will save it for you.
Right.
But please come as early as you can. So I said, all right, we'll come as soon as we can. So next year, I talked to my wife. I said, well, I can't do anything this year, so we have a free time. Let's go to America and get some, look at stuff. And he wanted to be a doctor also.
Yeah.
So I said, you can do something there and I can look at more work. And but we'll come back before the vacation expires, which is two months. So on the last day, she got a wire. My mother-in-law
Right.
sent the telegram that you have been transferred to Multan. So next time, don't come to Lahore, go to Multan. So I told my wife, look, they have transferred me to Multan. You want to go to Multan? And she said, no. I've been, I've seen Multan. I don't want to be there and live there. I have to go back to Lahore where my family is.
Right.
So I said, okay, then let's tell them that we're not going to do it. Then we started looking for some place in America.
Okay, so that made your mind that not to go back.
Not to go back.
Dr. Ilahi, tell me your experiences that since you stayed back here in America, you worked in Baytown Methodist Hospital. How do you find American medicine? How do you find the hospital and working here?
Well, it was like a vacation because everything was done right, You gave an order and you knew that it would be carried out. No excuses.
No excuses.
And plus the fact that there were more opportunities and I could also learn here.
Right.
Whereas at Lahore, I couldn't have learned any more. So in a way, and my wife is happy here. And that's very important.
Very important. Professor Aslam is my elder sister. She is a board-certified anesthesiologist, and fortunately, in a hospital that they work together, she would give anesthesia, and Professor Aslam operated, and this combination went through all his life until they both retired.
Right.
Now, during this time, Dr. Aslam had children. One of his son, the only son he had, his name is Ilahi, who also followed his father's footsteps. And he went to Baylor College of Medicine and then got orthopedic surgery training. Today, he is a lead orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine surgeon, work in the Methodist Hospital, which is #1 hospital in Houston. How do you like your son now to follow your footsteps?
He wanted to become a general surgeon.
I wanted to be...
He wanted to be a general surgeon.
Like you.
Like me. Then I had to tell him, no, you have to be a specialist.
Right.
And so I gave him these two choices, either orthopedics or neurosurgery.
Neurosurgery.
So he worked for a month in the neurosurgery department. And this is what he told me. He said, the professor would make an incision and the assistant was just look at it. And after, half an hour, make the second thing. The process was very slow.
Right.
And he said he didn't like that. There was no action. Then he went to the orthopedics and there was quick work over there. So he said, no, I don't want to be a neurosurgeon. I want to be an orthopedic
surgeon. Dr. Ilahi, what is in your lifetime, if you have to give advice to the young people, what will your recommendation to Pakistani diaspora if they pursue a career in America? What is your advice to them?
Well, there is no limit to what you can do. The opportunities are limitless. And the people who were failures in Pakistan, they came here and they became a success in America. So they can do whatever they want to do. But they have to like what they are doing and be willing to put in their hard work. And they can do anything they want.
That's great advice to youth. Do you have any special incident in your life that you want to share with our audience?
Well, what kind of... That's a tough question.
No, I didn't want to give a talk. I said in life people have experiences, and during their experienced lifetime, it is about you that people want to know. All your life that you have left, what would your saying to you if somebody asked about your legacy?
Well, first thing is that you never know how life is going to end up. So nobody knows what is the right decision to make. And you just have to go ahead and make a decision and stick to it. Be prepared for hard work and be honest and to yourself, and don't make decision for money's sake, because money you never know. It comes and it goes. So
that was a fascinating advice to the youth. I want to thank Professor Aslam Ilahi, who I know personally him from long time. He did not mention that he was a sportsman. He used to do swimming. And in King Edward Medical College, he did had a record in breaststroke, which was not broken for a very, very long time. He has been an extremely good surgeon. I learned surgery from him. He represents a model husband, a model life, has a beautiful